Welcome back to Future Moto Hub. We're diving into one of the most talked about cruisers of the year, the 2026 Honda Fury 1300. This bike isn't just another cruiser in Honda's lineup. It's a statement, a modern reinterpretation of classic chopper style fused with thoughtful engineering and everyday usability. We're going to break it all down: engine and performance, design and ergonomics, tech features, real-world ride impressions, price expectations, and what makes this motorcycle stand out or fall short in a world with fierce competition. So strap in and let's start with the heart of the machine, the engine. At its core, the 2026 Fury comes powered by 1312cc liquid-cooled, 52 twin engine, a configuration that's become synonymous with longer haul grunt and classic cruiser feel. On paper, the engine produces around 57 horsepower at 4,250 revolutions per minute with roughly 79 lb-feet of torque, lowering the rev range, giving it a broad torque curve that's perfect for relaxed cruising and confident roll on power out of corners or highway and ramps. This torque-eccentric setup doesn't aim for peak horsepower. Instead, it gives you grunt where you need it most for smooth, effortless cruising at legal speeds. Unlike sport bikes that chase high-end power, the Fury's twin character is all about that signature big engine feel: smooth, strong, and with enough torque to pull its long wheelbase along without fuss. The shaft final drive complements this nicely. It's clean, low maintenance, and helps deliver that unmistakable big cruiser vibe without the fuss of chain maintenance. Moving into performance and ride quality, the Fury sticks to its roots. Paired with the 5-speed manual transmission, it delivers smooth power and solid acceleration in typical cruiser fashion. The long, stretched chassis and raked front forks give you that iconic chopper silhouette, but they also affect the handling. It's more about relaxed cruising than aggressive corner carving. The suspension setup is simple but effective, with the 45mm telescopic front fork and a single rear shock with multi-position preload adjustment, giving it compliant behavior over the bumps while still feeling confident on open road. Braking is handled by a single 336mm front disc with twin piston caliper and a 296mm rear disc, both backed by standard ABS, which isn't flashy but is reassuring in everyday riding conditions. The design and aesthetics of the 2026 Fury are definitely where it earns the most attention. Honda has kept the classic stretched-out chopper look that made the Fury iconic, giving it a long rake angle and a sleek teardrop fuel tank that seamlessly flows into a minimalist, open frame look. The low seat height, roughly 26.7 inches, makes it very approachable for a wide range of riders while emphasizing that older-back cruiser posture. The 21-inch front wheel with a wide 200mm rear tire reinforces the long, lean stance, and the overall silhouette is one that stops people on the street and starts conversations. From the chrome-accented exhaust to the high-tensile steel frame and blacked-out accents, the styling feels like a modern reinterpretation of classic custom choppers. It's bold, aggressive without being gaudy, and clearly designed to let you make a statement wherever you roll. And while it leans heavily on nostalgic styling, Honda has subtly integrated modern conveniences like fuel injection, so cold starts and variable conditions aren't a headache, and LED lighting to keep visibility sharp without sacrificing that classic aesthetic. Now let's talk ergonomics and comfort, often the unsung hero of any cruiser. With its low seat and back riding position, the Fury feels immediately inviting even during longer rides. The handlebars are positioned so you don't feel stretched or awkward, and the peg placement invites a relaxed posture that encourages you to enjoy the journey rather than fret over miles. Seat comfort over extended cruising is subjective, as some riders love the relaxed ergonomics, while others might swap for an aftermarket seat on very long trips. But as a factory setting, it strikes a solid balance for most riders. Technology on the Fury is intentionally minimalistic. You won't find ride modes, traction control gimmicks, or dizzying digital dash here. Just the essentials: fuel indicator, gear position, trip meter, and a clean, easily readable cluster that keeps your eyes on the ride. That's a doubly-edged sword, as some purists will celebrate the simplicity, while riders accustomed to modern electronics might find it a bit sparse. But this minimal electronic approach is very much in line with the Fury's raw, analog character. So how about price? While specific markets vary, Honda's most recent Fury models in the US have started around $11,499 MSRP plus destination fees, and early indications suggest that the 2026 Fury will sit in that ballpark unless significant updates or inflation shifts occur. That pricing puts it in a competitive position against entry-level big cruisers, definitely more accessible than many premium custom alternatives. Depending on your region, dealer adjustments and taxes will influence the final cost, but the Fury remains a relatively affordable way to get classic chopper style directly from the factory. Now let's talk who this bike is for. The Honda Fury 1300 isn't trying to be a sport bike or a cutting-edge tourer. Instead, it's for riders who want a head-turning cruiser with undeniable character. A bike that looks like it could roll out of a custom shop but benefits from Honda's legendary reliability and service network. It's ideal for weekend cruises, city rides with flair, and riders who value the personality of their machine as much as its mechanical performance. It won't win drag races or dominate twisty back roads, but that's not its mission. Instead, it'll make you enjoy every relaxed mile and draw appreciative looks along the way. Of course, no bike is perfect, and some riders note points worth considering. The Fury's straight-ahead torque is great for cruising, but it's not a horsepower monster, and its classic chopper geometry means tighter handling is not its strong suit. Storage options are limited in stock form, so if you plan lots of touring you might look at aftermarket options or touring editions. But for many riders, these trade-offs are part of the package. You buy a Fury for style and character, not lap times or long-haul practicality. Wrapping it all up, the 2026 Honda Fury 1300 is a modern classic, a motorcycle that wears its personality proudly without apology. With its long, low stance, brawny twin torque, straightforward tech, and approachable pricing, it's a cruiser that makes you feel something every time you swing a leg over it. It's not perfect for every rider, but for those who want a bike that looks and feels different from the crowd, one that's equally at home cruising boulevards or carving out into open highways, it's a compelling choice straight from Honda's lineup. And that wraps up our deep dive on the 2026 Honda Fury 1300. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button, subscribe to Future Moto Hub for our next motorcycle breakdown, and let us know in the comments what bike we should review next. Ride safe, and see you on the road.